Well, we're off to a night with, technical glitches, but I think we're here now. Week 7 kicking off here at the In Theory Motorsports Cross Car Series. I am joined in the booth, as always, with Anthony James. Anthony, are you able to hear me?
I can hear you, Frank. How you doing, bud?
Well, that is good. I'm seeing the needles bounce on your audio input, so we have that going for us. But let's welcome everyone back to Lucas Oil Raceway, also known as Wheatland by a lot of these drivers, as we pretty much get ready to round out the season here. Let's take a look at some points coming in to tonight. We got Sean Winkler and Cody Winecki maintaining 1 and 2. Zach Drapkin, Chase, Brian, Nathan, Cody moving up a spot. Taylor Van Den Bush dropping a little bit, missing last week. Then we also have Emma Flynn climbing the ladder with Mike Singletary. And so that pretty much rounds out the top 10. And speaking of how everything's shaping up, it's still not too late to go get your picks in. For tonight's race, Eddie Farnes is still leading us in the fantasy series, with you actually overtaking me, and then Nick Nowak and Dale Sharp. So, Anthony, we may not be on the track, but you and I are competing in a pretty much a death match in the fantasy series right now. So make sure you have till the main event to get those picks locked in.
Yeah, it should be interesting racing tonight, as you said earlier. Should be very chaotic. And last time we were here was round 1 for opening of the inaugural season of this, and Cody Winecki was able to come home with the win. So we'll see if he can continue his streak here in the cross cars, or maybe someone else will win.
Yeah, and if you're tuning in over at AMX iRacing.com, we got some drivers joining us in the chat. So, sharing their screens. We got Sean Winkler. We also have Zach Drapkin getting a
Looks
live
like he
look there.
is working the wheel right there.
Yes, he is. And then we have Taylor Van Den Bush showing us what it's like to ride on board in VR. So if you're tuning in on the social streams, we welcome you. Otherwise, you can head on over there. We got all the cool toys as far as live timing and stuff like that goes. So looks like flag is coming out. And Anthony, let's go right into it tonight.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have one heat race again, as we only have, 12 drivers, or 11 drivers here. So starting on pole, Connor Berry. On the outside row is Brian Lockwood starting in P2. And row number 2, starting in P3, is Zachary Drapkin. On the outside, in 4th is Mike Singletary. And not rounding out, but in row 3, P5, is Nick Nowak in the number 145 truck. Mr. Consistency. We'll see if he can be consistent tonight. And rounding in 6th is Nathan Matox and Jeffrey Lotch. Starting 7th, Cody Winecki. Starting 8th. And starting in 9th is Taylor Van Den Bush. Starting 10th is Sean Winkler. And then Chase Garrer and Emma Flynn will round out the field.
Yes, sir. 4 laps.
As a reminder, everybody,
quick.
Just a quick reminder is that the starting lineup for these are completely random for the heat race. So just kind of a random pill draw for everybody. Like Frank was about to say, it's 4 laps tonight. Everybody makes the feature. So just kind of see who wants to have the most points in passing points, huh?
Yeah, that's really what's on stake for a lot of these drivers as the rev limiters come up. Let's get ready to race.
Looks like Singletary just going to go strip out. Oh, no, that's not Singletary. Oh, yeah, it is. Hello, Carol. Good evening. As we're going to turn 1, is Connor Berry, Brian Lockwood, and Zachary Drapkin. Lockwood and Drapkin side by side coming out of turn 1 as Nick Nowak run in P4 in the second group back there. As we have Nathan Matox and Cody Winecki, Jeffrey Latch, and looks like Taylor Vanderbush and Sean Winkler are all right there, all bunched up, trying to figure out what they are going to do in this opening lap. As most of the guys in the back are going to try and make up as many spots as possible to gain as much points as they can. As Connor gets really sideways, and so does Dropkin, as Lockwood will inherit the lead. Going into the tabletop jump here, into the sharp right-hand S-turns, and then the left. Looks like Brian gets through there pretty smooth as everybody else is trying to chase him down. And now as they come out of turn number 10, they come to the start-finish line to complete lap number 1. Looks like from the start of this, Emma Flynn is now up +3 from the start of this race. As Singletary right now has lost 6 spots since the start, and Sean Winkler has gained 5. As right now is his biggest mover in this race. As Nick gets a little kitty wampus right there, but as we ride on board here with Mr. Sean Winkler, who's right here in 5th place. He's got through the pack, and we'll see what he can do to catch the guys out there in front. You know, when you ride on board with them, their cars doesn't sound as loud as they do when you're on these cameras.
Yeah, the joys of the audio feed.
Right? The audio feed is really... Oh, Sean gets a little sideways.
It's like, oh.
As Emma Flynn gets into Jeffrey Latz there a little bit, but she gets her back going as they get stuck with each other. Yeah, we'll see how Emma does tonight. She's been showing a lot of promise. It looks like she's been doing a lot of practice also for this particular race.
I was going to say, Emma's done very well this season. She's constantly been improving, so yeah, she's, like you said, she's been putting in the work, and it's showing as contact there.
We'll pretend like that didn't happen. We'll continue on here. Taylor Vanderbush has now kind of gotten around Nick Noah. Nick has kind of struggled a little bit to go back, as Chase has a little bit of damage as well, as we ride on board, getting POV view of Taylor's ride.
Yeah, the joys of VR.
Oh yeah. That looks so rough going through there. Oh, that's Dropkin on his side. Okay.
Yeah, Dropkin is dropping.
Literally. As Emma Flynn is now in 12th, it looks like she had the used the pit extra, or she took her a while to get spun around after that contact there. And as we take the white flag, as Brian Lockwood is still out front by 1.3 seconds over Coney Winecki. And Connor Berry, who's 3 seconds back behind him, and Winkler and Taylor Vanderbush rounds out your top 5.
Yeah, Brian's
Lockwood
been getting
has ran
fast.
a flawless race so far. He's just all he's all jacked up after getting his first podium last week.
Yeah, we lit a fire under him because he's racing like he's got something to prove with some of these faster guys.
Well, after last week, he said he's been coaching up Emma Flynn, so he's got to show his side of the deal and make sure he finishes out front. Nice and smooth, no contact with those donuts. He's still got one more set of donuts he needs to avoid. He runs it a little wide, gets a little close, but he's good to go as he comes around to take the checker flag in heat race number 1. Cody Winecki, P2. Connor Berry, P3. Sean Winkler, Taylor Vanderbush rounds out your top 5. As we got major contact over there, it looks like in the S turns, but looks like Chase gets a little kitty wampus back there. But he gets it back going.
Trying to see who that was that got caught up over there.
I think it was Chase.
It looks like everyone else comes across the line, and we'll move over into some warm-up. Let these guys get a few more laps in to get a sense of what the track is looking like.
You see, Frank, we did the commentator's curse on a limo.
So while we do that, let's go ahead and recap last week, and so that way, if you missed it, get you caught up.
To get back into fourth place. No, don't look now. We got a battle for the race leader. His issues. The race leader is blown up. The race leader has had an engine that is having issues. What a turn of events as Drake Mateg is now your new race leader, followed by Sean Winkler. Taylor Vandenbush in P3 all of a sudden. Chase is now in fourth.
I didn't realize we had an old locomotive out there racing. Well, as we're still flooded with technical difficulties tonight, apparently the round 6 recap never updated. So, yeah, but Wild West was fun.
Well, that was Firebird.
But, yeah.
But, well, it was good. It was good. But just real quick, last week, though, our top 3 finishing was Connor Berry, Ryan Lockwood, and Sean Winkler. That finished in the podium finishes spots. And Lockwood and Winkler had a little bit of a battle there towards the end before before Winkler had a little bit of an issue, and then Winkler had to hold off Cody Winicky, and then Cody had a little bit of an issue. But then after that, everybody just kind of paced themselves out in front.
Yeah, and while we let these guys put in their laps, we'll take a moment to thank all the sponsors who make this happen, within Theory Motorsports being the title sponsor here, and then we got Just a Trim Lawn Service supporting us in the Pro 2s, and then Winicky Motorsports, all their continued support. We also have Gear Motorsports as well coming on board, longtime sponsor, Refuse to Lift, making the broadcast happen. We also got BGM Racing out of Lewistown, and then Borshiner Sim Sports. So huge thank you to all those guys who sign on each and every week to make this happen. A lot of these sponsors have been with the AMX for, oh geez, how long, Anthony? Seems like forever.
Since probably the beginning.
So a huge community here makes this happen, and I feel honored to be part of it.
Frank, we love having you a part of the community too.
Let's have some fun. Let's ride on board with Zap Drapkin for a little bit. See what it looks like to go through the rhythm section. Hopefully he doesn't end up on his side like he did during the heat race. Looks like he's messing with settings and whatnot.
I guess he's checking his phone. It's all right. We didn't want to see your reaction, okay, Drapkin? Let's see how old Winkler's doing, huh? Looks like he's keeping a good pace. He's running quickly the 4th quickest lap in warm-ups at a 1:11.242, with Connor Berry on top of the board with a 1:10.246. Yeah, if you're looking for any property to buy, get a hold of Mr. Sean Winkler with Real over there. He'll get you hooked up. Hashtag not sponsored, but give him a little bit of shout out.
Yeah, he's a great personality to have in the league, and I enjoy hanging out with him in the Discord, and he humbles me.
Ooh, that looked like it was a ride there. That looked like he was about to go endo, but he was able to corral it. As he finds a donut.
So one more time as we got the last few seconds in here, make sure you go get signed up for Fantasy. We're getting ready to lock them in before we go green for round 7.
Yes, sir. Get it in, boys and girls.
AMXIRacing.com/fantasy. Got 2 more rounds, I think, after... No, this is the second to last round, so...
Yeah, second to last round, yep.
We got one more.
Next week we go to Wild West, I think, and you don't got it on there, so...
Nope. But what we do got is the lineup coming up.
The lineup, the feature.
So go ahead.
Right, 11 laps. Drivers get a lap back, their lap down, fast repair, and caution on lap 6 as starting on pole. Our heat race winner, Brian Lockwood. On P number 2 is Cody Winnicki. Starting third will be Connor Berry. Starting fourth will be Sean Winkler. And fifth is Taylor Vandenbush. Sixth, Nathan Batox and the cousins of Just Trim Racing. Mike Singletary, Jeffrey Latz will complete row 4. In row 5, we got Emma Flynn and Nick Nowak. Then rounding out the field in row 6 is Chase Garrett and Zachary Dropkin.
Yeah, 11 laps will make up the main. Caution halfway through. Get the fast repair, and if you go a lap down, you do get it back.
Absolutely should be interesting. It's a crisp 68 degrees out for this race, and the track temp's about 66, so there should be plenty of grip out there, I would assume. As we'll be going green at any time here shortly.
Yeah, sounds like engines are revving. Let's turn them loose.
Green flag.
There they go. Green, green, green. So we're heading out into turn 1. Lockwood, Connor, and Winkler and Metoxen are all single file going through the corner as Lockwood takes a little bit wider line through there. It looks like he gets a little bit better run compared to everybody else. Because they all kind of used about the same line going through turn 3 there, through 3. As Nathan looks to have a great showing tonight as he has missed a couple of races due to work and other shenanigans. And same with Vandenbush after his crazy week shoveling snow up there in Wisconsin with after that crazy blizzard they just had. As Cody Winnicki goes to the inside of Connor Berry and Snake and takes over second place as Winkler looks to try and pounce on the on that action as well. So we're coming through the S corners. Lockwood gets a little bit wide on the exit there as Winnicki is all over his rear bumper going in turn 10. Winnicki looks to the left side of him as he goes back to trying to draft to complete lap number 1, goes to Lockwood. Winnicki looks to the inside. Lockwood on the outside. Winnicki's going to try and do the crossover, but Lockwood's going to try to run the high line to try and get that run off the corner. So we look back here at Jeffrey Latch and Zachary Drapkin and Nathan Metoxen as they all kind of just single filed out after looks like Singletary kind of backed up to let them all by. Since the green flag has dropped, Zachary Drapkin, as we ride on board with him, is the biggest mover at plus 5 positions after starting dead last.
Yeah, he's wasted no time working his way to the front. Good control through that rhythm section.
I was going to say, in these things, you either take it easy and let everybody wreck in front of you, or you got to make your moves fast and early.
Got a battle up front developing.
As Winnicki looks to the outside, while Lockwood looks to the inside, side by side as Winnicki will take control of lap number 2 here. Barry looks to the inside of Lockwood. Lockwood goes way wide. They make a little bit of contact. Lockwood goes to the inside, runs his normal line as Connor Barry looks to try to do the over-under. Barry is there. He is to his tire. Lockwood is able to do a little bit of a slider as he's trying the block, as Connor has to go away a little bit lower as the crossover is denied. Barry, I think, is going to try and get underneath him going into this corner. He does. Can he hold it, though? Lockwood gets a great run out of the corner. What will they be able to do in the whoop section? Lockwood gets a little crossed up. Hey, he's going to lose 2 spots to these guys as Barry and Winkler move up to 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, we'll have to check a little bit further back. Looks like we got Drapkin in pursuit of Nathan right now as Nathan goes around.
Spins out. Dang. He was doing so good, too.
Yeah, it looks like he's able to recover. But that's a lot of time to make up.
Absolutely. Especially when he's 9 seconds back. But thankfully, there is a yellow flag at the middle of this to kind of bunch everybody back up to see what they can do. So right now, if you're in the back, you're just kind of hoping and praying and that people kind of wreck out and help you move up through the field a little bit easier for the second half of the race.
Watch Sean Winkler put in a solid lap here. Trying to close the gap on Connor Berry. About a second behind him.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like in the first half of the track, as Connor gets all sorts of kittywampus through there. It looks like Sean's a little bit better than the 2 in front of him, but everywhere else it looks like them 2 are just kind of pull away a little bit more.
Ooh, Drapkin getting ugly.
Drapkin having issues once again.
Yeah, that rhythm section's tearing him up tonight. He looks like he might be damaged.
Yeah,
so he might be jumping to the pits.
Well, if we're going to do it, I would do it now, you know. As the next time by would be coming to the competition yellow.
Yeah, it looks like he is in the pit, so he'll take that repair and get that lap back, and we'll see him back out for the second half.
Yeah, maybe he can get it all taken care of and get out before Flynn and Nowak, and he can hopefully keep 10th place there. As Nathan is looking to try and track down Jeffrey, but it looks like Jeffrey's just running a little bit more of a momentum line to try and keep pace with everybody. As Chase is just looked like he's had a couple of bad lucks here and there. And he's trying to, he can run the really quick laps, but he's searching for that consistency in these cars. Don't look now.
The 24 of Chase letting him know he's there.
He's like, hello, beep, beep, let me through. As Nathan goes around in the corner again.
And all it took was that pressure from Chase.
As we come to the competition yellow.
That snuck up on me there. Let everyone
to,
slow down.
Re-rack them and stack them. It doesn't look like we have anybody a lap down, so we should be able to go green flag pretty quick. As we have 1 driver in the pits, it looks like. So far, everybody watching, what are your guys' thoughts on the first half of this race? So far, it's been a little chaotic, but I think it's been pretty decent so far.
Yeah, for me personally, I'm excited to see Zach. If he can just figure out the rhythm section, we saw how fast he moved up through the field. I think he's definitely one to watch. He'll make it happen. I have complete confidence in that.
And Chase, he's also moved up 5 spots since the beginning of this race as well, so he might be someone to watch out for as well. And I think, hey, if Lockwood can figure out the rhythm section as well, I think he can be one to watch out for too in the second half for winning this thing. After he led the first 2 or 3 laps, 2 laps.
I think you're right. He's shown the speed. he showed him, you know, that he can lead laps in the heat. So if he can just put it together, I think he's definitely one to watch in the second half.
I think so, as well as the drivers are kind of getting moving along as they got to go through all the whip section and the S-turns once again. At least will they make it through this time? Because if I remember right, last time they had a little bit of an issue going through there. I could be wrong.
Just for fun, looking at Taylor's, they pace around here, getting ready to go.
Yeah, Taylor, he's also shown some speed, but from having to do all the snow removals, he's been a little rusty, looks like right now. As we get ready to go, green coming out of turn number 10, as the start is on the leader from the tip of that jump to the start-finish line. Anytime Cody Wieniecki can fire. And we're off. Green, green, green. As the front top four can go single file almost immediately. As Jeffrey Lath looks to the inside of Lockwood, as Lockwood goes a little bit wider like he has been and gets a great run out of the corner. As they all top six kind of go single file. As Dropkin looks to the outside. Nathan Metoxen. Going over the flyaway jump. Can Sean make a move on Connor in this corner? He's a little too far back as Connor gets a little more sideways than everybody else, but he is able to keep the speed through there. As we look in the back there, as Emma Flynn looks to try and make a move on Dropkin there.
It's going to let Wieniecki by.
Sorry. Connor's trying to apply the pressure on Wieniecki to try and, you know, he wants to, as he gets a little sideways, looks like he caught the tire just barely. Lockwood looks like he's searching all over the place to try and find just a little bit extra speed to get back up there in the podium spot, as he is not letting these guys go. As we have Latch right on his tail as well. Well, a little bit, about a second back from him, so he's keeping him honest up there.
A little bit further back, we got this battle for, looks like, fourth or fifth development?
Fifth. Really
fourth,
good.
my bad.
Yep. And Chase is trying. I think he's just being a little too nice, and he's trying to not take out Jeffrey as we go through. There's Lockwood looked like he was trying to make a move on the outside, but then got a little hesitant through there as we got a battle for the lead. I think Barry's there. Oh, Wieniecki is able to get a great run out of the S's. Gets a little sideways, but he's good, as Nick has a black flag he needs to take care of. Must have I know what he did. He definitely cut the course. Anyways, Wieniecki and Barry, who wants it more? Can Barry find a way? Find the grip out there that Wieniecki has not found yet, and able to snag another win in the cross cars.
Yeah, Brian's working on that gap, starting to close it on up on Sean, so about just under half a second separate these two.
Oh! Connor Barry gets around Wieniecki after Wieniecki has a big wobble in the whoop section.
Oh, Connor getting sideways.
Connor, he just gives it right back. Connor goes back to fourth place. Well, Dropkin's in fourth. Connor keeps continuing to drop.
Yeah, he's up on the...
that makes sense.
That will ruin the
easy
night.
latch.
So everyone's
Man, he was doing so good.
And look at this. We got Emma up to fifth. She's having a great second half.
Hey, anything can happen. You never know what might happen. She might snag a top 3 out of this, how things are going so far.
Taylor Vanden Bush working hard, trying to close that gap. Looks like Taylor's leaning into it there.
I was gonna say, I know Taylor's seen another. There's another car out there with green wheels, with green wheels, with green. I should say with just green on it in general. He's got to beat every car out there with the green on it. So he's doing everything he can. He's got to be the top finishing green vehicle out there, right?
This is for second right here, Sean and Brian. Brian's looking for a hole. Unfortunately, Sean's just not giving it to him.
I was going to say, it looks like Brian is definitely faster. As we come to the white flag for Kono Benecki. 1 lap to go. As we look at the battle, continue watching as Benecki has a huge lead right now as we continue watching the battle for second place here between Winkler and Lockwood.
Got another battle back here. This is for 8th, or excuse me, 7th.
Drop can get a little bit of issue up there as well.
Yeah, Chase is kind of having an off night. It seems like he's kind of struggling to move up through the pack. So, but no troubles for this guy right here.
No, sir. He has been on point with a couple little hiccups here and there as he takes a very conservative line through there. As Lockwood and Winkler are battling out still back there as Benecki sends it in deep off the jump. Goes nice and easy, a little bit wider than he has, not too bad. Comes out clean. One more set of donuts he needs to get around. Takes her way wide. As Benecki will come home with round number 7. Win at Lucas Oil Raceway in the Itm Motorsports Cross Cars, followed by Sean Winkler, Brian Lockwood. Dropkin was able to hold off Emma Flynn and all them as Flynn is lost quite a bit as Nathan Matoxin. Dropkin finishes 4th, Matoxin 5th, Chase Gear 6th, Taylor Vanden Bush 7th. And who's going to come home? Emma Flynn will come home 8th, Nick Nowak, Jeffrey Latcher battling it out for 9th place. Who's going to take it? It looks like it's going to be Nick Nowak 9th, Jeffrey Latch 10th, and Connor Berry and Singletary will round out the field.
Well, very good. It was an entertaining second half. Unfortunately, to see Connor get caught up on that tire, you just hate to see that. He was running so well. But some other notable, looks like Zach Drapkin up to 4th. He's up 8 spots from where he started, so he'll be our hard charger for tonight. Chase Gator had another good run, up 5 positions. So all in all, I'm sure there's some drivers who wish it panned out a little bit differently, but let's see if we got anyone ready to chat with us.
Oh, we're still waiting on our 3rd place driver to show up. But yeah, I'm curious as to what happened to Flynn because she was running 5th place and something must have happened and she just dropped to 8th.
Yeah, while we wait, let's see if we can't go back and find out what happened.
Okay. Maybe it's up here. Oh, there's Brian. Let's see. Oh, bad bounce.
Yep, just enough to come around and
she had to put it in reverse, it looks like.
And then into the tire, so that is unfortunate, but if you're ready, let's pull
shall
in
we talk
3rd
to
place.
Our 3rd place driver?
Let's do it.
Mr. Brian Lockwood, you got a copy with us in the booth?
I sure do.
Are you going to make this a new regular thing, coming in here, finishing 3rd place in the podium and come and talk to us now?
Here's hoping. I mean, I'm certainly gonna give it my best shot, right?
Hey, you look like you had a fast car tonight. You look like you had something that you could probably definitely win after winning the heat race. You're definitely one of the favorites to possibly try and sneak a victory out of the way from Winicky and those guys. But it just kind of looked like you had a little bit of a hiccup here and there in the whoop section, but after the second half, you really looked like you gathered the car back in and were able to do what you needed to do.
Yeah. So, look, I'm still figuring out dirt road. I think we've got a pretty clear picture on like how to go fast, which, I'm starting to go fast. But some of the edge cases of like, all right, what's pushing a little too hard? What does that feel like? What are those symptoms? I realized that I was just kind of overdriving in the first couple laps of the main, and just spent the rest of that first half kind of resetting. Um, but yeah, I mean, shout out to Cody and Connor. Like, I had pace. I'm not sure I had pace to keep up with them on even ground, though, even in the best case scenario. So we'll keep working, finding those last little bits. Shout out to Sean as well. I was just telling him in the waiting room that he didn't put a foot wrong all race. Like, I was waiting for the mistake. I was ready for it. I didn't get one.
Yeah, it definitely looked like you were trying to find anything and everything you could to try and make him move on him, but it looked like he just kept taking your line every bit of chance that he could get.
Yeah, he did a great job for sure.
Well, congrats on your third place. And there's any friends, family, sponsors you want to thank on tonight's race?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Well, as always, a shout out to Lumeris Racing Institute. I had a couple people watching. We've got a study hall Q&A session, and actually had a couple people watching the race from there through my stream. So appreciate you guys, and thanks for letting me sneak off and do this league. Also, of course, shout out to Emma Flynn and her dad. It looked like Emma was having a pretty good day today. She's up to 5th, and then I got to figure out what happened in those last few laps. But
Spun out.
Gotcha. Well, I think we can start watching out for her. She's taking some steps forward.
Oh, absolutely. She's doing an amazing job. She looked like at any point she could have had possibly a podium finish just with you guys, just like you.
We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Cool to see.
Absolutely. All right. Congrats on third place, and I'll see you next week at Wild West.
Thanks very much. See you at Wild West.
See you.
All right, well, we got to go grab the one, the only Sean Winkler. Sean, I'm running out of things to talk about, up here on the podium with you.
Just kidding.
So
I have
guess
plenty to say.
How's your day going,
Oh, so good. It could have been one better, but you know what, P2, that's okay. We watched Connor parallel park it in the tires there. I've never seen that before, so that was impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. Anthony and I were talking, and suddenly we just saw his name drop, and I was able to bounce over there to see kind of what was going on, and that was just kind of cleared the way for you. I know, you're constantly trying to hunt down Cody out there. You think you got anything for him the last 2 rounds?
We're going to try. Yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the hardest sessions here at Wheatland. So if we can get through this, I think we can do pretty good in the final 2 rounds and send it to him and see what we can do. Yeah, for sure. This was really tough, and he did a great job keeping the car together and getting through the whoops clean and not dying or flipping and just hanging on to it. So props to Cody for the win there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, as always, it's a joy to chat with you up here, and
thank you.
I'm looking forward to watching you finish out the rest of the season strong. Going to Wild West next week. I know that's always a favorite. But I'll let you give the shout outs and get back ready to hop in the Pro 2s.
Yeah, the trucks are next. Yeah, I want to thank Racecraft Academy and Real Broker, Next Level Racing, and Pimax, and you guys for obviously putting on a fantastic league. Super fun. This was a really hard session, but it was good to get on the podium here. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks for broadcasting this. Can't wait to watch this one and see how we did overall and see all the carnage everywhere else. So it's always fun to watch these. Yeah, really appreciate you guys for doing this. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. And all the fans in the stands, of course, tuning in. Hope we put on a good show for you.
All right, my friend. Well, we'll talk to you soon, I'm sure.
Sounds good, Frank. Thanks, man.
And we're here with our round 7 winner of Wheatland, Cody Winicki. You got us in the booth?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
We're doing fantastic. We're probably not as good as you after getting another win, huh?
Yeah, it definitely feels great. There's a lot of pressure.
Absolutely, especially that second half of the race with Connor just riding right there on your bumper. It looked like he got under your skin a little bit with a couple of little mishaps, but you were able to corral it back together after he, what Sean said, he parallel parked it in the corner. So after that, you just kind of ran away and smooth sailed, huh?
Yeah, we just try to keep the car together. I know Connor was blitzing the whoops, and I wasn't trying to chance it. I was gonna just let him go by, but he made a mistake, and we got back around, and then we pulled a 2.5 second gap, and we just held the car together, saved fuel, just played it smart, and got the win.
Absolutely. So, what's your game plan for the last 2 races of the season at Wild West, and then as we go to Wild West next week, and then the championship night at Crandon? You got anything up your sleeve that you're going to try and pull out and continue your dominance so far?
We're just gonna wing it. I mean, don't really have time to practice, so we just hop on for the race day, and we try to get as much practice as we can before the session starts. And yeah, we're gonna try to get back up here for the next race here in about 20 minutes.
Absolutely. Hey, sometimes no practice is just as good as anything, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, takes only a few laps to figure it out, and if you don't figure it out, well, you're gonna figure it out.
Eventually. But anyways, you got any French family sponsor you want to thank for tonight's win?
Yeah, I want to thank Channel 199, Track Racer, Racecraft, Polaris Racing, MRT Tires, Top Box Racing, Winnicke Motorsports, my wife, and thank you guys for hosting this awesome league. It's always a blast to run up with you guys and be up on the box.
It's always a pleasure talking with you up here, and congrats on your win tonight.
Thank you.
Well, with that, we'll pull up the schedule real quick. Like I said, next week we're going round 8 over to Wild West, and then we'll round out the season with return back to Crandon International Raceway, always a favorite amongst fans and drivers. So with that, go ahead and if you have not already, make sure you download the AMX app from the Google Store if you're on Android. Otherwise, go to um, go to amxiRacing.com on the iPhone and add to the homepage and stay up to date with all the news and happenings of AMX. And with that, I think we're going to get ready to switch everything over. Stay tuned.
Yes, sir.
We're going to bring up the trucks next and keep the action going tonight. So, yeah, if you're over on YouTube, just click on over and we'll see you in about 5 to 10 minutes.